Hi, 大家好, this is Emma. Today we are going to test the new CLE DE PEAU Radiant Fluent Foundation Natural. So it's this one. I think this is the newest foundation that they just released. It's not currently available in every country that has CLE DE PEAU stores or like online stores. But well, anyway, I just got this one yesterday. Yeah, it looks like this, and this is the package. It looks really pretty, isn't it? Like the glass bottle, and it's really heavy. Well, it looks very expensive, and it retails at £110. It's really expensive. As I said, this is their latest version of this Radiant Fluent Foundation, and it's natural. I believe they have the matte version, and it's the older version. They released it last year, I think. And this one, it says on this package, is a liquid foundation inspired by the radiance of a diamond. Ooh. Imbues skin with a healthy glow and a beautifully natural finish. Its hybrid of makeup and skincare, exclusive light powering enhancer amplifies your radiant finish, and is formulated with skin empowering illuminator or exclusive skincare ingredient. Well, so it's a foundation that has skincare ingredients. Okay, it doesn't tell us much, but let's check their website. Under the description box, it says a naturally radiant finish that lasts for 24 hours. Okay, that's good to know. I've never ever had makeup on for 24 hours. I normally just wear makeup for 8 hours. So we are going to do a first impression today on this one, and also do a 8-hour wear test. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to do this with my brush on this side of my face and a sponge on this side of my face. Like you see, this is new, so I'm going to... Okay. I think this is a full pump. Okay. It looks very runny and, I don't know, liquid, isn't it? I normally like foundations like this rather than matte foundation or full coverage foundation. I don't really like full coverage foundation. I prefer something like natural or like have dewy finish. Well, not really dewy, but like a natural finish. Wow, it's really natural. It doesn't feel like a foundation on my skin. It feels like a makeup / skincare. I think it's right for them to say this is a foundation and skincare hybrid. Oh, I forgot to tell you what shade I have got. This shade I've got is 010, and they currently, I think, have 31 shades available. So, well, 31, I think that's good. Well, now I have foundation. This side I don't have foundation. You can see that I got some like a blemish and some blackheads and some little pimples on this side. And this side, I think, rather than this big pimples, I think like it looks great, and I think the color matches my skin like very well. I think it looks quite nice on my skin. I've got only one layer on my skin, and you can see that's still some redness like just peeking through the foundation, but this is natural finish. I was expecting that. You got some coverage, but it's like really light coverage, but it feels quite nice on the skin. Now I'm going to use a damp sponge on this side of my skin. I normally like using a damp sponge for the foundation because I always think it will leave the brush marks, but damp sponge will use a lot more product than the brush, I think. Like I said, the damp sponge used much more product than the brush side because it has lots of product on the sponge. Well, I think I'm going to need more this foundation. I think maybe just like a bit more. Well, I think that's enough for me. I don't really like just building up the foundation. I think this looks quite nice and you can definitely see the difference. I mean, before I put on the foundation, I've got some redness and like little small pimples on this side. And now, I think you can still see some redness here, but it's just like, it's much better now. And I do feel like my skin is smoother now, like on both sides. It really evens out my skin tone because I think before, around my mouth, I think my skin like it's warmer than the rest of my face. It looks quite nice on my skin and I think the color is also perfect for me. Yeah, it feels really natural. But I don't really like this smell. It has really strong like floral scent. It's really strong, but if you just put like a really thin layer like me, like I just did, I think I've just used like a pump and a half pea size. Well, because I've used this damp sponge and they just waste a lot of foundations. I think I've got like a good layer on my skin. But I think this looks nice. Yeah, I quite like it. Anyway, I will finish the rest of my makeup and come back. Hi, I'm back. So I've started doing my makeup at 10:30. Now it's already, well, 11:07. Well, anyway, we are going to do a 8-hour test today. Like I said, this foundation has 31 shades, so that's pretty good. But when I went up online just a few days ago, tried to like just choose which color is for me, like which shade is for me, it's very difficult and I was confused actually. Let me tell you why. If you're like me and you never used the CLE De Peau foundation before, you would confuse because there are lots of different color ranges. Unlike lots of foundation, like the color range starts maybe from 10 or 100 and then the number just goes up and like that, right? But the CLE De Peau, it has like 4 or 5 different color ranges when you choose your shades. For example, they have this color range starts with B and starts with B10 and goes up to B20 and B30 and blah blah blah. The one I choose is O10, so they have this like color range, start with O10 and O20 and blah blah blah. And then they have another one that starts with an I, starts with I10, I20. And they also have like another one, I think, well, another two that starts with WB and starts with BF. So I'm not quite sure what that means. So I had to Google the foundation shades and just trying to figure out like what shade is for me. So it's really difficult. Well, so the Google results told me if you are cool undertone, you are supposed to choose the color range starts with a B. And if you have a neutral color tone, you should choose the color range starts with I or O. And if you have warmer undertone, you should choose the color range start with BF. So what's WB? It doesn't tell me like what WB means. But anyway, it's really confusing and I don't really like it and you can't find any information. Well, at least I didn't find any information on the CLE De Peau their official website. But anyway, now I finished with my makeup. I didn't really powder my entire face, and I didn't use any setting spray or anything like that because I think it's just not fair when I test a foundation. Yeah, so that's my face looks like. So I think it looks pretty good. It looks very natural. I think this foundation gives me like this very natural look, and it has little bit coverage, and it really, I don't know, it really brings the best of my skin, I think. Like, yeah. But it's really expensive. It's like 110 pounds. Well, so it's very expensive. But anyway, I will check in with you guys later today, and let's see. Well, hi, I am back. Now it's 4 hours later since I applied this foundation, and after I applied this foundation, I just went out to a grocery store and also drop-off store to drop off a parcel, and I made lunch and I finished with my lunch. And so I thought, well, I will just come back and check in with you guys. Let you see like the foundation on my face. I think it looks pretty much the same, like, right? It looks pretty much the same. Well, I think I'm really happy with this foundation. Although it's not really full coverage and it's really light and it doesn't really cover all of my blemish, but I think I'm really happy with this result. And you can see that around my nose area, like, the foundation is still there and it didn't really get kicky or anything. Yeah, I think it looks really nice. Anyway, I will check in with you guys in 4 hours time, so that add up together will be 8 hours. Well, now it's been 8 hours and I've just finished with my daily exercise, and you can see the foundation is still on my face, and I think it looks pretty nice on my face. It still looks pretty nice on my face, including the nose area and around mouth area. I'm not quite sure whether it will last for 24 hours like it claimed on its website, but I think 8 hours is pretty good. Especially, I've just finished with my exercise and I was sweating, so the foundation is still on place. So I'm quite happy with this purchase anyway. I'm going to finish today's video just now, and if you have any questions, you can just leave some comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!